Namaste, beautiful friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness. And I know if you watched the reading yesterday for the weekly forecast for this week, it's going to be a doozy. And as I walked out this morning, I have a baby goat that has to be bottle fed because the mother kind of rejected it. Walked out, and right by my front door is this black feather, which is protection. So it was a sign from the divine that I am being protected through this week, which is good. I felt my energy shift. Up until that point, I was kind of in that lower vibration and energy from yesterday's reading because I was so triggered by that. And triggering means there's something unhealed, but I know it's unhealed and I'm working on it. But wow, when you're kind of your whole family, just you feel like you've been born into the wrong family. That's what I've been feeling. So I decided that you guys were going to need some guidance throughout the week. The overarching energy is do not go back into lower vibration energy. If you find yourself there, look for a sign. Your angels and guides start every morning with prayers of protection, giving your angels and guides permission to intervene on your highest and greatest good, and your gratitude. Stay out of fear-based energy. Stay out of energy where you know you are triggered. You have to find a way out. And if you need to, ask for a sign. So once I saw the black feather, I was like, okay, just breathe. It's going to be all right. So anyway, so I figured you guys probably needed a little bit of support through the week. I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are going to be the big days. Now, check out yesterday's reading. It's really, really important. This is, this year, we're clearing karma. We are clearing karma. According to Christopher Witecki, we are clearing karma with ourselves. Our past life karma, our karma. Next year, we heal our family karma. Can't wait. And then the following year is the global. So it's going to be a turbulent couple of years. However, in order to clear this karma with ourselves, we can't keep going back into lower vibration energy and generating more karma. So, and when I say karma can be good, it can be bad. I guess good is dharma, bad is karma, negative. And none of it's really bad. It's just you get karma when you are in the energy where you are meeting resistance. If you're not meeting resistance, you're in the flow, you're co-creating with the universe, you're in alignment. Once you start to feel that resistance, it means you're out of alignment, and the karma comes to help kick you right back in. So that's kind of what I've learned. Now, okay, I'll turn it to the table camera in just a minute, but like I said, when you feel yourself slipping back into the lower vibration, that's not alignment for you. And when you start to feel it, you're going to start to feel negative. You're going to start looping because it's a habit. You get into habitual thinking, and we want to start to break out of that habit because you can't ascend until you break the bad habit of negative thinking, negative self-talk, worst case scenario programming. So I would say for this week, turn off the news. Stay off your social media unless it's positive and uplifting. If it starts to shift your energy to something lower vibration, turn it off, switch it off. You're going to have the self-discipline this week in order to do that. Because this is the choice point. Choice point is the permanence of the new fishbowl. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and check out some of my other readings for the past few weeks. I'd say the past month or two, we've been talking about the transition, and this is it. And so you're going to know this week what no longer works for you. Stuff. And we've been kind of trying it on little by little because you can't do it all at once. It's like when you go to the hairdresser and you have really long hair and you're like, I'm tired of long hair. I want a bob cut. And your hairdresser's like, no. You don't want to go that drastic because that kind of change is going to make you regret it. small incremental changes are the ones that are sustainable, and they make sustaining long-term effects. So if you were to energetically remove every single thing from your life that didn't fit at one point, like one data point, you would question yourself, like, well, did I jump to conclusions? So it's a filtering process. It goes in layers and it goes in stages. So please give yourself the time and the patience to understand that this has been going on for quite some time. It's been in the readings. Go back to all of the readings I've done over the past year. We've been talking about this transition. It's not a surprise. It just couldn't happen all at once energetically. Remember, you have a biological nervous system that can't handle that kind of stuff all at once. So it would just literally shock your system. So it has to happen in layers. Well, guess what? This is the week that we make the final cut. The final decision. Nope, I've had enough data points now to know this doesn't work for me. I realize this relationship just doesn't make me feel good anymore. Those kind of decisions will be finalized this week, and then Thursday is going to be the big so you need a little support. That's going on. I'm using the decks that are behind me. I am using messages from Spirit Messages by John Holland, Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides, Spirit Junkie, Tarot of the Divine, and Divine Abundance. This is all messages from Spirit to help support you this week, help ask for clarity of what goes. Energetically listen. Listen energetically to what stays and what goes. And this is like Thursday is the new life coming online. All right, so yeah, stay connected and take a moment. Take a moment to breathe. Sorry if I was baking bread. I still may have some flour on my hands. Stop. Now is not the time to rush into decisions you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause, quiet your mind so you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. So ask for guidance. Get into your quietness, your inner self. Connect with your inner self. Connect with your guides. Meditate. Get into the flow. Whatever, if you sit under a tree to connect, whatever, those roots run deep. If you touch the tree, you are able to connect to the deep roots, but also the lofty connection to, the tallness of the tree. You may want to do that as a way of really being able to download these answers. And with intention, ask. Ask for clarity, ask for signs, ask for guidance. It is there for you. So if there is something in doubt, there's a bird that just flew right there, and there's just this one little branch where I can see it. If there is ambiguity in a relationship, like, I'm not quite sure this one should go, but I'm not quite definitively sure it shouldn't, ask for guidance, ask for signs. You're going to know. We are all born connected to Spirit, often knows that the divine as the divine source, yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to source. This is a really pivotal moment. When your new life comes online, you want to be connected. So, all right, let me switch to the table so you can see, and let's get started. I'm going to pull from the messages from your animal spirit guides. Let's get some guidance. One of the signs that you asked for may be in this reading. It might be an animal that you resonate with. It might be a phrase that I use. It might be something that happens during the reading. It might be a particular card that comes out, or, just anything I say. There's a dog. Your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. You may have people that you're torn. You quite don't know what to do yet. You'll know by Wednesday. Ladybug. Now, if you don't know, this house attracts ladybugs. My car attracts ladybugs. Everywhere I go, there's ladybugs. I think there's a nest somewhere in my vortex. And every time I get into my truck or my car, there's a ladybug. I come in the house, there's ladybugs. There's swarms of them all year long. You can go back to some of my prior videos. They would land during the readings. I was in bed last night, and I looked down and there was something on my hand, and I'm like, what in the world? And it was a ladybug. And anyway, this is a time of good fortune and abundance, so be willing to receive all good things in your life. Be in your divine feminine energy. Be in receptive mode now that Venus and Mars have conjoined, and then they've moved away. Venus is the one leading now. Remember, lead with your heart. If it doesn't feel right in your heart, not your mind, don't overanalyze, go with what's in your heart. Stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. This is a time to just kind of sit back and listen. Do a walking meditation each day for the next week. Might be a really good idea. Went out yesterday, Saturday, and did a hike in the state forest. Just really connecting with tree energy, but you may have to make some decisions this week, but it doesn't have to be today. All right, I'll do the Spirit Junkie later. Let's pull from the Divine Abundance. This is one of my favorite decks. I just love the energy of this deck. I literally just, every time I pick it up, it's just, the energy is so positive. Divine Flow. If you are dragonflies or butterflies, they are abundant on this card. Invite help. Many of the things I just said. Confirmation and freedom. I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. If you're carrying around some resentment, I know I am. If you saw yesterday's reading, I definitely sank into that energy. Pray to, it with your intention, set your intention, reach out to your guides, angels, pray if that's your practice, and meditate to release from the bonds of resentment, from the old interactions when you were under old energy. All right, this is the Tarot of the Divine. Let's see what comes through for you. Anything else? Okay. Alrighty. I said take these first because they're face up. 10 of Wands, King of Coins. Okay, releasing from the burden. Whatever you're carrying around, like this tortoise is carrying around a pretty big burden. If you want to release it, there's the tree energy. Definitely both have tree energies here. You need to release some sort of burden, and that burden is the resentment. So that goes along with this freedom. The Tower. Definitely this is the transformation. Things are going to have to fall away and crumble in order for your new life to come online. So keep in mind, although it feels like things are falling apart, they're actually clearing. And in order to clear, they have to be dismantled. Be patient with the process of the dismantling. It's been being dismantled now for quite a while. And there's a part of you, and this is what they're showing me now, is that is trying to cling to that as a memory. If there is something that is leaving your life, And you see it, you know it's being dismantled, but you still, it's kind of creating some heartache, and you are feeling a certain amount of attachment to it. Think of something good. Think of something good and wish it well. Think of something good. Remember a time that it was good and wish it well as it dissolves and transforms into something else. It's transmuting. The dismantling is the transmuting. It's breaking it down into its energetic fragments so that it can be transmuted by you, by Mother Earth, by your angels, and by others. So just allow, trust and allow. There is going to be some tower moments, probably on Wednesday. You're going to know for sure which things in your life, it doesn't have to be people, it can be things, situations, could be your car, could be anything that is disrupting the flow of your energy. It is no longer helping you hold your higher vibration, so it's going to have to be removed, dismantled, removed, and you know what this is because it's gone through this process of kind of the dissolving. The moon. 2 major arcana here. Whatever it is, you know it's over. You're crossing this bridge of one life to the next, one dimension to the next, one level to the next, whatever resonates with you. Definitely Pisces energy. This is about new opportunities coming online when you get to the other side of the bridge. This is about your it's about your prosperity, but not just tangible prosperity, your spiritual prosperity, your emotional prosperity. Remember, this is part of your ascension journey. And I feel like there's a lot of soul contracts that are being torn up right now. They're showing me that. Breakups, but they're soul contracts. It's like done is done. The karma is done. So now there's no reason to be connected to that person anymore because you have not only experienced the karma to resolve or learn, but now the karma's been cleared. So they're just showing me contracts, just big thick contracts just being ripped up from the top down, not sideways, top down. Okay, let's see what these 3 cards are. Strength. Yep. Leo energy. Sun energy. Queen of Swords. Who didn't expect the Queen of Swords to come out? 9 of Coins. Absolutely. Exactly what I was saying. Okay, so this is Queen of Swords. You're going to make some cuts. You are. Just, it's okay. It's for your highest and greatest good. Let it go. But this has been happening over a time. It's not just all of a sudden somebody calls you up and says, I think you're a real you-know-what, and I don't want to be in your circle anymore. And you're like, you know what? I don't want you in my circle anymore either. It's usually not going to happen that way for some, but I doubt it. It's more something that you've just kind of been, you interact and then you like, I can't deal with it. And then you pull away and then you, oh, well, but maybe it was just a bad day. Maybe I should reach out again. And so you reach out again. It's like, this is definitely not feeling like it's compatible energy. And that's the term they want me to use. Non-compatible energies have to leave your life this week. Ta-da! Then you have this strength card here. And in this deck, instead of a lion, it's an alligator disguised as a lion. So however that resonates for you, it's almost like you're wrestling with something that you thought was one thing and then you realized it was something else and it was just as damn dangerous. But it's like a swamp creature. somebody that, has the potential to really hurt you. You like, okay, I'm wrestling this to the ground. I'm going to tape those jaws shut and I don't have to deal with this anymore. And it takes a great amount of strength and courage to do that. But it definitely has been masquerading as something. So then you get this Queen of Swords here. Kind of like she is determined. I mean, this is it. She's like, I'm not compromising my higher vibration energy for this situation, this person. And I just saw a bird like right fly, almost looked like a hawk, fly right in front of my window, which doesn't happen. And then the Knight of Coins. Yeah, this has been some time. Been going on for some time. Let's see if there's anything else in the tarot deck that we need to know. So stay connected. You're going to need the guidance through this time. Ask for signs. Ask for synchronicities. You know, when you look at the clock, if you see a particular number sequence, like, you know, 50, the last two numbers are pretty constant for me. But if you see number sequences, first of all, that's confirmation you're in alignment. So when I see a number sequence and it's repeated through the day, every time I look at the clock, I see a 22, a 55, a 44, a 33, 11, you know, something along those lines, then I know I'm in alignment. And that's confirmation for me. Four of Cups. Saw that card in a personal reading today. You're going to have to choose the things that are in alignment with you. If they're not in alignment with you, then it's like you really need to focus your interest on things that help you stay in alignment. Ten of Swords. Saw that card today too. We have two tens. Some of this is going to be obvious, and some of it's going to be a little hard to let go of with that Ten of Swords. We have two cards in reverse: Justice, the 11 card, and Page of Swords. Justice is in Libra energy, ruled by Venus. This is all about balance. This is, you know, this is karmic justice. And some of this may not seem just to you. Some of this may be, why did that have to leave? I was really attached to that because it wasn't in your highest and greatest good. Now, there are some, this isn't going to be easy. You're not just going to wake up and say, oh, okay, I'll let it go. And like a dandelion, you just blow it away and watch it float away. Some of this is going to be hard. It's going to be turbulent. It's going to be uncomfortable. There may need to be some very courageous conversations where you just have to tell somebody, you're just not right for my energy anymore. Sorry. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups. Do it gently. I am not a good Queen of Swords person. Queen of Swords to me is just bam, done. You know, and I'm going to make it clear why. You know, I'm not going to leave any ambiguity in any kind of resolution. I am going to put it all out on the table. I am going to be totally transparent, and I'm going to say exactly how I think and feel about a particular situation, because I want everybody to have clarity. I'm not saying I'm not fair. I'm just not going to say, I'm not going to leave anything open-ended. I'm going to give it the definitiveness of an ending. And I'm going to explain why, because I think people, I want to know why. When somebody cancels me, I want to know why. You know, what is it that did I do to make you feel uncomfortable around me? Or what is it that prompted you to act this way, which is not in alignment with my highest and greatest good? So I want to know, because that way I can, you know, kind of take some reflection time and say, wow, you know, maybe I did instigate something, or maybe I was unfair, or maybe I was too Queen of Swords and I should have been more of a diplomat, the Queen of Cups. I'm not really, that is not my strength. I'm a, you know, pretty much tell it like it is kind of person. I don't sugarcoat shit, as you know, in my readings. I try not to leave anything ambiguous, because I feel like when things are ambiguous, it gives people a sense of discomfort. It leaves them thinking about the what ifs. I don't like what ifs. I want no what ifs in my life. I don't want to look back and say, well, I want to say, you know what? That happened for a reason. There was a lesson in it. I learned it. You know, okay. I can forgive myself, I can forgive them, and I can move on. Now, your trick is to stay out of the resentment energy. And that's not what I'm good at. But I have to work on it, and I know that. But you can't work on something you're not aware of. So have some conversations. You can be a diplomat about it if that's your skill. It's not mine. But try not to be hurtful. I'll pull this Queen of Cups out so we don't forget about her. Try not to be hurtful. You don't want to do anything intentionally hurtful because that draws more karma to you. And you want to be, higher vibration, higher frequency conversations. Doesn't mean you have to sugarcoat things. It really doesn't. Sugarcoating things does not help people because it leads to ambiguity, and ambiguity leads to discomfort. It opens the door to a lot of what ifs and misinterpretation. I don't like misinterpretation. The Empress. Okay. We can be the Empress, right? And the Eight of Cups, yeah. This is all about moving to the next level, but you have to demonstrate you're ready to let go of things you're attached to, even if you know they're not working for you. Because if you're attached to something that doesn't work for you, that compromises your ascension. That compromises your spiritual growth. That's part of the process, is learning to let go of things that are in lower vibration so that you can keep growing. Okay, let's pull from the Spirit Junkie and let's get some, these are usually lighter, uplifting advices. All right, let's try to make this a productive week in the fact that we are using this to our benefit for ascension. And we're going to try and be somewhat diplomatic about it, where we're not just using words to carve people up, because that has low vibration intention. You want to come at this from a higher vibration place. If you have to have a courageous conversation with somebody, it can be courageous. It doesn't necessarily have to be sugar-coated or gentle, but it can be genteel. It can be truthful without being too sharp. Don't sharpen the blade on your sword before you have the conversation, just so that you can get the last dig in. You don't need that. That's lower vibration. Remember, your karma is connected to the intention as much as it is the action. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Miracles are natural, and they are invited in by your energy. And that's one of the reasons that we are going through this process. I seek out happy people who inspire me to be great. Those are the people that will be coming in. I welcome healthy, loving relationships. Ooh, there's a peacock. And taking care of myself is a radical act of self-love. So definitely take some moments, be grateful, be open and receptive to miracles coming into your life. Look for those signs and synchronicities and seek out happy people who are uplifting to you. Happy, loving relationships make us all feel more spiritually enhanced, as well as physically enhanced. But you got to take care of you too. Self-love is the first step, not the last step. All right, let's look at the bottom of the deck. 6 of Coins, 6 of Pentacles. This is relationships that give you back as much as you give. It's a reciprocal, symbiotic relationship. And it provides you sustaining, energetic momentum. Grief. Tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. You may experience some grief. This is almost 3 of Swords card. You may experience some grief. Allow that to flow through you. Remember, emotions are water. And if they get blocked up or dammed up or you don't release them, it only creates more heavy energy and it is much harder to clear. If there is grief involved in some of these disconnections, let that grief flow through you. Don't let it turn into resentment. Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. So you may feel like, when some of these things leave, and there may be some deep cuts. You may only have 2 or 3 friends left in your circle. You may have only, a few things left in your house. Let's say you've purged your wardrobe and you're down to, 10 garments. There may be some deep cuts, but don't complain. Focus on the abundance that you do have, the things that you do have, and more will come. Reach out. We know you're reaching out right now for help with a current situation. Support is as much as the physical act of accepting help where offered as it is about emotional benefits and learning that it is truly okay to accept support however it is presented to you. So if you need some more support, reach out. Could be a friend, a family member, somebody going through the same thing. And I think my dear friend, yesterday we had a long phone conversation, and I am so grateful because, he reached out and I was able to connect, and we really were able to kind of purge some emotions and restabilize ourselves, both of us. And it was very much needed. So thank you, dear friend. So reach out if you're struggling, but be willing to be there for somebody else that's going through the process. It will help you and them all at the same time. All right, my friends, dear ones, that is this reading. It's not going to be a comfortable week. Find ways to comfort yourself. But you know it's coming, so now you can prepare and, take good care. I'll see you soon. Bye.